So let's start with Python for Absolute Beginners, Part 1. Python is a programming language, which is just like making a sandwich, basically. Just like in a sandwich, you have a certain set of ingredients. You follow those instructions and you get an output, which is a nice, tasty sandwich. Python is quite similar. It has the following parts. You have an editor on a notebook, which is a place where you write the code. Then on that notebook, you will write a certain set of instructions, certain code. And when we run that code, the result will be displayed or the output will be displayed in something which is called a console. Now, just like you have a name, I have a name, in Python, we use variables to define a certain information so that it can be used later. So computer use variable to store information for later use. Variable can be written in snake case, or you can give it, you can make the first letter capital, but there should be no spaces in your variable. Each variable is assigned a value with an equal to sign. For example, as you can see, certain examples on your left side, home city is equal to Lahore, or car is equal to Porsche. My age is equal to 18. Please note there is no space in the variable name. And also each variable is either one word, it can be two words, but there should be no space in between. And if you need to put a space, it's better to write it in snake case. Then we have something in Python called strings. If a value of a variable is within double quotes, it is called a string. String contains all sorts of alphabets, symbols, values, numbers. So if my variable is assigned a certain value and it is in double quotes, it will be called a string. For example, class name is Skill Zakhira. Please note, strings can have spaces. A variable cannot have spaces. Task is equal to, in double quote, give 5 pencils. Step 1 is equal to collect data. Please note in the inverted commas or the double quotes that you see, there are alphabets. You can see numbers. You can see special symbols even. Similarly, you can see hobby is equal to gardening. So all the variables who are assigned a value with a double quote, the double quoted value will be called a string. Code as instructions. So just like to make a proper nice sandwich, you have to follow a certain set of instructions. While writing a code, you have to follow a certain set of instructions. The order of those instructions matter. Computer follows those instructions line by line. So make sure when you're writing codes, you have to write the code in the correct order. Then there's something called a function print. When you write print with a small p and you have two brackets, whatever you write in between those brackets in double quotes will be shown or displayed in your console. For example, if I print within the two brackets, hello, good job, and I write all of that in double quotes, when I press run, what I will see in the output is everything that is written within the double quote. So the output that I see on the console is, hello, good job. Similarly, in the second example, you see print ready, 3, 2, 1, start. So whatever is written is directly shown and displayed in my output in the console. So what are the key takeaways of today's lecture? You now should know what is a variable. It is a name assigned to a value so that can be used later on. What is a string? Anything that is written within the double quotes is a string. order of instructions matter. So the code has to be written in the right order. Just like if you mess up the order of your ingredients and making sandwich instructions, the sandwich can turn slightly ill-mannered. Just like you have to follow the instructions correctly for making a sandwich, you have to follow the correct instructions for writing Python. And finally, you also learned how to use print function to display certain outputs. Now, let's try the following. Write a code to print a greeting that says, "Well done, everyone. Great job staying engaged. See you next time." Now, while writing this code, remember, greeting that is given is in double quotes. And remember, this greeting has to be written within the print command. That's right. This is how you're going to write your first code. So what will be displayed will be, "Well done, everyone. Great job staying engaged. See you next time." Up next, you will learn data types in Python. What is a string, integer, float, and Boolean, and how they are going to be used in writing your next code. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and stay tuned.